just had to press the button, didn't I?
Yep. That's what buttons are for.
I can't quite sing it just like him, but I could try. Hush. Shh. Sweet, sweet dear. We all love you so.
Oh,
Oh my god, did you see that?
yeah. What?
How do we go to the next bubble?
I don't know. It seems like we got up. This is going back the way we came. We went up all the bubbles, and then what? We're supposed to go over there, maybe? Oh,
Look.
a note.
Oh, such warm, wet remembrance. In here, cheesy folds, rolling hills of putrid flesh. Such comfort in her slime, in here, slime and rot. Squeeze me as you inflate here. Be such dark and love. I ate at you as you birthed me, and so I gnaw again.
Gross.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know, but it's gross. I don't know where we're trying to go or what we're trying to do, but everything is gross. And then...
Oh. I'm stupid.
But where from here, you know?
That bubble over there. Grandma, what the fuck? Grandma, what big metal sides you have? The better to fucking terrify you with, my dear.
Yeah. What about there? Oh, it's moving. The other way.
I know, I just wanted to see, you know. Everybody gets tied up and put inside Grandma? Okay. I guess. I don't know what...
Oh, gosh. We are alive. Grandmother loves us all.
walklings haven't been holding together well lately. If they start visibly melting, just unstrap them and toss them in the gears here. We don't want any messes upstairs. You see my like decision, like, do I want to see it or do I just want to go?
Yeah. Reminds me of those, you know, like country bear jamboree things where they all...
I think that's supposed to be it.
Soon, all of this will be yours. An armchair, television, bath, refrigerator... You will possess a new body.
Don't forget your souvenir, slice of grandmother.
Oh. Reveal your new flesh. Show mirror? Oh.
We never came back.
Whoa!
We never went back for Peter.
We didn't get a choice. Well,
what the fuck?
So that was a thing, and we hope you enjoyed it. Or something. Sorry, our commentary was a little quiet.
Well, sometimes I feel like I understood the implications. I just didn't want to be the one to say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I get that. But I don't want to be the one who says it and everyone's like, what the fuck, Mari? And I'm like,
Mari's sitting there going, well, sometimes everything is a uterus, okay?
And it was! And there's a reason why somebody would be afraid of a uterus and that would be in their nightmare. Just saying. I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to say it without saying it. Making a face like... And he keeps talking about being in grandmother's folds. Like, dealing with killing their grandmother and shit. So the implications are, like, they grew up in, like, this person who that we are, and we're going through their psyche is what I assume, right? Don't look at me with that face where you blink a few times and then look me in the eyes. She does that. She flutters her eyes at me and then looks at me like, oh, okay, we're going to there?
I wasn't aware that I made that face.
Whatever. Yeah, you're doing it right now. Oh my god! I'm not aware that I make that face of fluttering my eyes at you. I'm brainstorming with you, Stacy, that, like, so we get in a car crash.
I just want to forget about it.
So we get in a car crash. We go through some sort of purgatory nightmare, I guess. We're, like, probably on life support right now. Like, having some sort of weird, like,
was it
fucked up dream.
Flashback or just revisiting, like, some horrible event?
Yeah,
maybe
that's
like
what I'm...
childhood
this is what I'm thinking. Like, they get in this car crash, their life is quote-unquote flashing before their eyes, but in this really fucked up, like, dream way.
Yeah.
Where it's like, they're remembering, I don't want to say he, I'm assuming it's he, but you know, it could be he or she, there's no indication. That, like, they're revisiting this fucked up childhood where, like, they had these really weird rules and, like, bath time was super important.
Like some sort of house rules, a very strict family environment.
And it's like the family encourages,
and
like, and there's like one child, Buck, who's like the bad child, and it's like everybody else hates Buck and they're the worst, and like I feel like, you know, there's this indoctrination kind of thing. It's like, if you don't act like us, you're not like us, and you're like gonna get punished. And it's like, maybe that they were the one kid who was like doesn't accept their punishment and doesn't radiate with joy and doesn't obey the rules. So like they're the bad kid or whatever.
By the way, everybody, if your family
is anything close to this,
no, I was gonna say, if they tell you that you're like the bad child, and if they try and like put all of the family issues on you,
if they're like, like we're having problems because of you, like, no, don't accept that.
Do not.
It's not you. It's impossible for one kid or even one parent to be the source of all well, you know, parents maybe, probably. But I'm saying, like, the kid, no, fuck you. Not you, like, the person saying that to you.
If you're, you know, I feel like I get a lot of messages. I feel like I get a lot of messages from people being like, oh my gosh, like, I'm the bad child, I'm the problem child. And I'm like, no, you're probably not.
Yeah, like, if someone in the family's being like, you're causing all the problems, I guarantee you, you're not. I guarantee you, you're not.
Because if somebody is willing to blame their child for all of that sort of stuff,
or if like, even if it's your sibling, being like, this is your fault,
they're a jerk.
They're a jerk. So what I'm saying is, like, maybe the person who's like, we're in like their weird messed up dream, purgatory dream, they're just remembering something, like they're remembering their childhood, and then they're remembering grandmother. Maybe like grandmother was like really like a shitty grandmother, and then like she got really sick, got put on like life support, and then like maybe you felt, maybe not you, but like the person that were being felt like they had to like kill her or something, and they like have mixed feelings about it.
I know that for a lot of kids, it can be really scary when a grandparent or, you know, goes on like some sort of life support, because like they're hooked up to all these machines, like it makes a lot of noise, like it can make them seem like a scary monster. Also,
it's just
if they're put on sedatives or like morphine, like anti-pain medication.
They'll say weird shit.
Well, they'll say weird shit, but also morphine makes people really, really grumpy. So, like, if people are on pain meds all the time, it actually makes them extremely irritable. So, not only will they say, like, weird shit, but they'll also just they could be very angry, and it causes them to, like, act differently from how you may remember them.
Is that why they're probably being like, I want to remember what it used to be like? It's just like I'm wondering, like, is grandma had to have done something more than just get sick and start dying. Unless it's the thing is that they started getting hooked on pain medication, and that started making them be like really mean. But then there has to be this thing where like we took her medicine away, or took it away, and something bad happened, or we killed her or something.
It may have been somebody making a conscious decision that we don't want to live with her just being sedated all the time anymore. Like, we want to like wake her up.
And that made her very angry.
Yeah.
Or like being like, Grandma, you have to be sober now, and she's like freaks out, and then we like fall back into her. It's like maybe like I just feel like at some point we had to kill Grandma, because at the beginning of the thing it says, I know why you killed me.
Yeah.
It's like we unsedated her, and she's like, you know, as you said, maybe addicted to something. And like that made her very angry. I don't know. But, like, it had to be in, like, a household that was pretty abusive because of all the other things happening, too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or am I, like, off base?
No, I think because they were, the whole, like, make sure Buck is contained, Buck is the bad child, that sort of thing.
And then, like, we were also bad.
Yeah.
And then there was Peter who...
We were the escapee, the worm.
And then there was also... I'm just going to call him Peter because I don't know how to say that word.
I'm not sure either.
I'm just going to call him Peter, but he also tried to be
But we recognize that is probably not how to say his name.
Yeah, we recognize. I'm just going to call him Peter.
But in the interest of not butchering it...
I'm calling him Peter.
Yeah.
Like, he also... So I feel like whenever kids are, like, in this whatever environment they were in, like, whenever kids are, like, not abiding to the rules, they get punished in such a severe way.
Yep.
Or they don't conform to what's going on in this house, basically. Am I wrong in thinking that it was an abusive household outside of the situation with grandmother?
No. I mean, the whole house rules thing, accept your punishment, like...
And the way
when you look at the house rules list that they had on the side, remember in the living room?
Yeah.
I feel like that made it pretty clear that there was some sort of weird family dynamic going on.
I felt like the way that the enemies, quote unquote, talked.
The grandchildren?
The grandchildren, they talked in this, like, extremely distressed way, in that they were like, why doesn't it, like, obey the rules? Like, just getting so anxious about somebody else not obeying the rules that makes them scared.
Well, because they probably all get in trouble when somebody fucks up.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like, and just like them, I'm trying to explain. So it's like, how come they're not conforming? Them not conforming is terrifying me, and it's like making me question it, and I don't want to question it because the only time I'm safe is if I obey the rules and Grandma doesn't get mad.
I was thinking more like, we don't like it when people don't obey the rules because then we all get punished. Mm-hmm. So why don't you just like obey the rules just like everybody else?
I was thinking that. I think I was just saying it differently. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I was having a hard time articulating it. But what did you think?
I thought it was good. I think that the checkpoints should have been a little closer together because sometimes that seemed a little frustrating.
In terms of gameplay, I think it could be improved a lot. In terms of story, I think I like it a lot. I can understand, like, I read reviews and I understand where they're coming from. And I think it's just I was talking to someone and they're like, oh, I didn't read any of the notes and I thought the thumb guys were funny. And I was like, well, if you read the notes and actually, like, think about it, like, it's really creepy. And other people in the chat were like, yeah, it's, like, really creepy. It's not, like, scary. It's creepy. Mm-hmm. And he was like, oh, well, I just want to play games that are, like, straightforward.
Yeah.
Which is totally legitimate. It's, like, a legitimate way to play the game.
Yeah.
It's just that I was like, oh, well, I like to read the notes and, like, think about what that means. And that's what the scary part is.
Yeah.
The implications of what this person in real life went through. The creepiness. So, I can understand why people wouldn't like this game, but personally, I very much enjoyed it. So, yeah. Do you have any other thoughts?
I like the art direction, the art style.
Me too.
I thought it was kind of interesting how it was so creepy to us, despite being, like...
Nothing?
Actually a pretty happy-looking game.
Yeah.
Like, aside from the way the grandchildren were designed. But, I mean, otherwise, like, it's a house. It's painted in cheerful colors. It looks like it was done with colored pencils.
It looks like a Disney haunted house.
Yeah, it's deceptive. But then you read all of the notes.
And you look at the pictures.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know... I really appreciate it when people dare to be different. Mm-hmm. Even if they're not doing it completely great. Like, gameplay-wise, I think it could definitely... Like, it wasn't terrible. I wasn't like, oh, this is so bad. It was just like...
there are places where you get stuck. There are times when it's like, you know...
Yeah, but it wasn't so much that I wanted to stop and, like, didn't care about it anymore. It's just like, you know, gameplay-wise, probably 6 out of 10. Story, like... 9 out of 10 in my opinion, because I like it when they leave things to the imagination. Overall art direction, 9 out of 10 in my opinion. Yeah. Solid game. I like it.
I'm wondering where else we're gonna go with this in future chapters.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little while before we see more of it.
I think it did a really good job for not being... It did a really good job at making me feel scared in my stomach. Because when I'm really frightened, my stomach gets nauseous. And not like, oh, jump scare scary. Like, oh my god, that makes me feel sick to think about. So, anyway, thanks everybody for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.